Okay, guys. So Tiju, welcome to the Models Master. No, not the Masters Master. The Models Podcast.
The Models Podcast.
Here we go.
Where we bring you an insight into models' lives. Not only is their work that they've done, where they can talk about their journey that they've been through, not only financially but emotionally.
We want the stories, Tij, right?
Yeah,
We want the
exactly.
stories. We want the insights. We want the unglamorous side. We want a couple of drinks and a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, a bit of a chat and just get to know them as a people, as people in general. So today, as lovely as we got two of our very good mates around.
We have.
We've got Dominic Nut. Calm down, ladies. He doesn't bust a nut every time. Okay? And then we
immediately,
got...
innit?
yeah. You gotta go in there. We'll see how many
Straight
punts I could get in here, right? And then we got Patrick O'Donnell. Okay, the one and only. The
Welcome,
Irishman.
boys. Welcome.
Hello,
Thank you
hello,
for coming.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you
Pleasure to be
very
here.
much.
Pleasure to have you here.
Blinded.
So, to start with, why don't you tell us a bit who you are exactly and where you're from?
Go on, Dominic. Get us going, bruv. Come on.
Go on, Dominic.
What's your name and where you come
Yeah,
from?
so, London
Agent
boy.
agency.
Agent agency, yeah. 34 Models 1. Number here, innit?
Available next
yeah,
week.
available Monday to Friday most weeks. Born and bred Londoner. Grew up in Putney.
South London.
South London, yeah, come on. And then lived a life, and then modelling started at 19, which...
19.
19.
How did you get started?
I didn't...
Oh, you walked in somewhere. Who told you could model? Your mum and dad, didn't they? Oh, you could be a model.
I've been talking. I was thinking about telling the Porky about that, and I was like, nah, just got to be honest.
Go and do it, Dom. You can do it.
Yeah.
You're so beautiful.
I was like, my mum, innit? I was like, yeah, go on, mum. She was like, oh, my son's so handsome.
So go on, talk us through the day. You walked in. Where did you start? Where'd
So
you
yeah,
go off to?
Models 1.
But you walked straight into the first
straight
one.
Into Models 1, yeah.
What, you got the first one said
Yeah, I
yes?
did, yeah.
So you was a little cutie,
Yeah,
weren't you?
yeah.
It was a little weapon.
Sort of, innit? It was a good day. It was a good day. So I saw it. So yeah, walked into Models 1.
What were you thinking?
Shit.
That's what I want to know. You must have been thinking, like, what the hell? What's going on?
I had no idea. I just immediately thought, you get signed to an agency, you get bags. I just thought, I did.
Money!
I literally thought that. I was like, right, Keiko, negative. That is not how it works out at all. So I got signed by Models 1, and then went in for my first set of digitals on a Monday or Tuesday. Got into a scrap the weekend before, so I walked into Models 1, my first ever meeting. Got walloped in it. So
Found out you weren't good at fighting at 19.
yeah.
Well, it's not bad.
So I walked into Models 1, my first ever
Probably
meeting.
should have just delayed the
Yeah,
meeting.
mate, but I was so
He was keen as mustard.
Mate,
yeah.
I'd never had a meeting
I want them
before.
money.
I'd never had a meeting before. So I was like, well, I can't. I was like, this is work now, isn't it? So I walked in there, and my agent at the time, Cheryl Smith, bless her, was like, behave yourself, go home. Like, why have you even turned up?
Why you been here,
So
mate?
that sort of sums up my whole career since then, to be honest. And then, yeah, that was 16 years ago.
Fuck me.
16 years ago.
Fucking hell,
16
we're
years.
old, mate.
And then I met this chap pretty immediately.
Because Pat, you
Yeah,
started
so
quite
Paddy.
early as well, right?
Well, yeah, no, I was 19. Yeah, I was 19. So it was early,
hell.
yeah, it's early.
Tell us
But-
your journey. How did you get in?
Yeah, man, mad, really. Like
Much
a
better
lot.
than mine.
I met him very close after I started, actually. But I did. Do you know what? I don't even know if you ever told me that you walked into the agency before. You know?
I haven't
coming
told
out
you.
now.
I haven't
I know
told
that.
you.
Saved it in case ever there was a podcast.
If I'd known that, it might have been. I don't know if
I never told anyone, to be
no, I'm
fair.
joking.
I told Porkies my whole life about that, but I thought, you know what?
Well, yeah, I know. I guess it's not going. You've got to fucking cut the truth here a little bit.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest.
No, but to be honest, so look, I went to school. I left school at 16. I had a football scholarship. My whole life was football. I was at Watford from when I was like 13 to 15. I left Watford.
What position?
I was centre mid at Watford.
Behave yourself.
I was yeah.
The way he says that,
Listen, I was centre mid. No, listen, I went there as a centre mid. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Went there as a centre mid, and then very quickly I got shifted into centre back.
Centre half.
I mean,
Foul
it was nothing
midfielders
to do-
always get pulled back, don't they, bruv?
Well, you know,
He's
I
an
don't know
iron
what-
bar, not a centre
yeah.
mid.
I had the iron bar. I did have the iron bar of doom, but honestly, no, man, I did. It was good. Anyway, so I went there, and I actually left. I left fucking Leighton Orient because my agent at the time was saying to me, Pat, they're not. I left Watford because they were like, because the Watford boys were big ballers at the time, and then one of the ballers was fucking top draw, and he was a centre back. So my agent was like, Pat, you got to go, you got to leave there, go to Leighton Orient, be a big fish in a small pond. Obviously, it never works out the way it's supposed to do. Yeah, I went there, I played there, and I was captain there. Played youth team, had a couple first team appearances and all that. Nothing in the league, just you know.
No, but I think I do it as well with our like football careers and whatever. We play it down a little bit.
Yeah,
So
I was
we know
just
some
about
people
to
are,
say that,
well,
yeah.
humbleness is sort of gone out of the world now. But
Yeah.
our sort of old school,
Yeah,
like we're a
man,
little bit. But so
tough, you know,
you
'cause
was
you're
there,
trying to
bruv.
wrap
You
it
was
up.
there bats.
Yeah, it was, mate. Look, you know, it's like John, but it was my whole life. It was very close. It could have been, and it didn't be. You know, and that was the way it was. You know, in the end. So long story short, I got let go from there. I didn't get my pro. And in fact, no one on my team got a pro. Everyone got fucking bombed. So it was a bit of a nightmare, actually. Yeah. Well, actually, one geezer got a fucking year-by-year pro.
Yeah.
He got he got a month to month. He got a month to month.
Wow.
Yeah.
They
So
weren't
that's
sure on him.
liberty. Anyway. So I stopped there, played semi-pro for a bit, and I was roofing. My family were roofers, so I've always been roofing since I had a fucking holiday or anything. My dad had me roofing since I was like fucking 10 years old.
You lot hear this first, yeah? If you want sexy roofers, call up Paddy. Like.
The whole family, I got to say, all the brothers.
Yeah.
There's
I've seen the vids, man. They all look good on there.
Mate, they're all, yeah,
There's
funny, but they're-
five of the jippos, but anyway, yeah. So yeah.
So
I was
you're
playing-
roofing now. What age are you? Like 18, 19?
Well, I was 18. Well, yeah, 18 when I
Just
finished
got
football.
just
so,
finished
yeah.
football, released.
So I was roofing with my old man.
Yeah.
And all my brothers and that, doing bits and bobs with them. And then one day I was roofing in Primrose Hill. And I remember being on, I'd come down from the roof. I was on the back of the van. And I was
Top off.
Yeah, top
Obviously,
off.
Instagram videos,
But listen, I didn't even
gloves
have, I
on,
didn't even
mate.
have
That's
ab,
it.
but I had a skinhead. I had a proper skinhead.
November, top off.
I remember I had a faggy man as well. No one knew I smoked. I just finished playing football, so I just started smoking, right? But anyway, I was on the back of the van, and this geezer comes out to me, and he's like, "Hello, mate. Are you working on our building?" It wasn't his house. He was a tenant in the building. His name was Alistair McLennan. He's a photographer. So he came out and was like, "You working on my building?" And I was like, "Yeah, mate." I went, "Is there a problem?"
What you want? What you want? I fucking done it properly, you cunt.
No, there's
You
always
leave me alone.
show me the problem, bro. Show me the
It's
problem.
crap.
Well, you know, there's always, listen, when I was working, there was always that fucking problem.
Yeah.
These would come out, go, "Listen, you working on my house?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I don't like, that's fucking me, don't like." I'm like, "Was there a problem?" He went, No. He goes, "I'm a photographer." And I went, "Hello."
You're trying to get something here, aren't you?
It's funny you say that. You know, but he went, "I know what you're thinking." Yeah, that's what he said
Uncle
the first
Jimmy.
word. "You know what you're thinking, but you know, I'm a photographer. Have you ever been interested in doing any like?" And I was like, "No, mate. I haven't got a fucking clue. Didn't even know it was a fucking thing. Honestly, I've seen pictures on billboards, but I didn't know where they fucking came from. Really."
That's the truth, though, isn't it? It is the
And he
truth.
went, "Well, listen, here's my details. You know, have a look, and if you're interested, let me know, and we'll do something." I remember texting my best mate at the time. I was in the back of the van, covered in shit, and I went, "Mate, listen, some geezer's just fucking messing. Have a look at this geezer." My mate's like, he works in economics. He's in the office, right? So he's got his computer there. He's all sweet. He goes, like 2 minutes later, he's gone.
He's legit.
Mate, 2 minutes later, he's gone, "Pat,
Mate.
this ain't no fucking joke." He's like, "Patrick, you better fucking get involved in this." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "This geezer just shot Beckham on this and that." And I was like, okay.
All right.
And then, you know, the next thing that happened was Models 1 rang me up, actually.
Don't look at me when
Models,
you
Models 1 rang me up and he asked me to go for a walk in. And guys, to be honest with you, I had a skinhead. I was like, I was a bit big. I weren't a fucking high fashion model. I didn't have a clue about modelling or anything like that. It was never something I even thought about or dreamt about. And I remember getting my Polaroids taken in the agency that first fucking day. And I remember my lip going, I couldn't
The
keep
little
a straight
quiver.
face,
The
bruv.
little quiver.
My lip was just
It's
going,
scary.
it was just in roundabouts. Like, it was going round. And then they were like, "Well, yeah, listen, we're going to sign you." And I was like, "What are you talking about? Are you fucking sure?" And then I was like, "You know what? All right, I'll go with it." And then that's that. So I signed with Models 1, and that was the start. The start of the doom.
Fuck
That was the start of the doom.
So when did you two get to know each other then? So you said you met
but
early
It
in
was
your
quick.
career.
It was
quite
quick.
quickly?
It was
Yeah,
at
do
a
you know
casting
what?
in
Yeah,
the. It was
yeah.
at a casting in the agency.
Okay.
Obviously, he was probably invited. I just turned up. I didn't invite him. But I think we both bonded over the fact that neither of us had a fucking
Clue.
Scooby what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says that, but at the time, this is how I had it, right? Because I was very, very unusual to this scene, and the boys they always had their certain like high fashion sort of edgy look and whatever it was, and I was coming in raw, bruv, skinhead from fucking North London. It weren't like no high fashion thing. Just because Alistair had me on the fucking on the books, so we're like, yeah, come on, let's give this geezer a fucking go. But I met Dom in the agency like that for a casting, and everyone else didn't want to know. They were like, geezer, no, we don't want to know him. We don't want to know him. He's not really part of our.
Yeah.
He doesn't
We've all
fit the
seen it.
diversity quota. I don't know what's going on.
But Dom was like, mate, you're nice. You like football, raw. You're brilliant, bro. We're going to Paris next week for fashion weeks and that. It was like a couple of weeks later. We're going for fashion week. Don't have a fucking clue about no one. Dom was like, yeah, mate, look, take my number. And I remember thinking, this geezer's sound, man. This geezer's top drawer. He's not trying to be anyone else. That's this, that. And then the fucking 2 weeks later, went to fucking Paris Fashion Week. Hadn't spoke to anyone. I remember being there my fucking first
scary,
day.
Bro.
Mate,
It's terrifying.
Mate, I was fucking
Terrifying.
petrified.
And there's a lot of people about.
Way
especially
too
fashion
many,
shows.
in fact. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Actually, done
If
my
you're,
nutters.
exactly. If you're
intimidating,
introducing to
isn't it?
modelling at a fashion show and your book, fuck me, that's scary.
Long.
It's a lot of people
Actually
going on. It's a
exhausting.
lot, yeah.
I'm not gonna think about it.
But even that, listen, we've been doing this. I've been doing this years and years and years now, right?
PTSD.
If we still go and do a fashion show and there's still that many people, you're still like, where's my fucking mates?
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
can I
yeah,
stand
yeah.
with?
Wait,
Who can I
where
sit
is
with?
it? Where's
Where's
the
my
fucking
little
just
pal?
go to him.
Yeah, me and Pat didn't leave each alone alone last week in fucking Milan.
It's a safe haven though. Like
Yeah.
you need that because it is
Yeah.
so
I'll tell you what, though,
overwhelming.
let me say this because this was a big thing for me. This was where it all really kind of like set off, and which is why Dom's always been a good friend of mine. I've always loved Dom forever, right? Even though he didn't invite me to his wedding. But
I knew you were gonna say.
I
knew
We'll
that.
touch on that later. We'll touch on that later.
I knew that.
I was in Paris, and I remember I didn't know anyone, and I didn't really want to get to know anyone. They weren't really about me either. I didn't want to fucking know this geezer
Yeah,
and this
of course,
geezer
yeah.
from fucking there and there. But Dom, I was there, and then Dom messaged me being like, Pat, the football's on tonight. Come and meet me for the football. I'm with a few of the boys. And that was the first moment I went there and I met Dom, and he brought me in with all of these boys, and a lot of them like Jacob Young, fucking Jacob Coop, fucking all the old boys from
like Tom Lander.
yeah,
and,
Tom
like,
Lander, Matt Treff, and all
Why
these.
was you so
Matty
fucking
boy.
popular?
Yeah,
Hey,
man,
How did he get so
He's a naughty
popular?
boy, mate.
You couldn't even fight.
That's the thing. Yeah, but Dom has always had that fucking. He's had that bit about him that is basically like. People just love this cunt, right? So anyway, he brought me in. I sat there, watched the football with them all, and I was like, I looked over and I was like,
He's my boy.
nice,
That's the one,
yeah, bruv, and that was
Yeah.
it with him. He's always been one of my best friends in modelling ever, and he always will be.
I love how he's put in modelling.
fucking love
Like,
it.
Modelling.
Best friend.
He
Well,
didn't
I
invite
mean, modelling's
him.
our life.
No,
Really, so-
he didn't invite him to the
Yeah,
wedding,
yeah,
so
Go
like,
back to that. But I've got to say, like, finding friendship in modelling is actually very fucking tough.
It is absolutely.
Everyone tries to undercut everyone.
Yeah.
Like trying to find a genuine relationship in modelling, whether it be friendship or relationships. I genuinely struggle with it because you can't trust a fucking cunt.
We're all competing against each other in reality.
That's
right?
it.
Have you got any examples where you felt like you had a mate and then like at any point you thought there was an envy when you started succeeding and they weren't, and then they treated you in a different way? Or is it just like that guard because you're all competing against each other?
I think it's that guard, man, really. And I think you can never really call it if you fought it anyway.
Yeah, that's it. You just gotta let him in.
Because it could just be on your fucking mind, right? Like you think someone's being or, everyone's competing for the jobs, right?
Yeah.
You know, you can't.
But it
start
wasn't just the
getting-
jobs though; it's the women as well. With
Yeah,
all due respect, like
Yeah,
everyone
the
is,
girls.
everyone's going out in the same
all that
group,
together.
but you're meant to be
Comps on
pals.
it,
I mean, I had a fucking you know what?
But I want to hear this. Don't look at him like that.
No, bro, listen, Dom used to be a guy, bro. We could go anywhere with Dom and women would just be falling at his lap, bro.
Look at him, he's like, "Wait, mate, marriage."
I remember
still is,
touring
listen.
around, fuck, mate, we done our first big job we done together, the TG job, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like the TG fucking hair job, which was all this for Rod. They were supposed to make me look like James Dean, mate. They made me look like fucking Johnny Bravo. Yeah. All right.
I love Johnny Bravo.
I love
But
Johnny
Dom-
Bravo.
but
If
Dom
you don't
was
know
wearing
Johnny
the
Bravo,
same
Google
t-shirt
Johnny
as
Bravo,
Bravo
it's
as well.
brilliant.
You're golden.
Steady. But Dom was looking suave, and we travelled around.
Yeah, we did.
We went to Texas, Berlin, Rome.
Yeah.
What, all of that same?
Yeah, all for the
Oh,
same
so
campaign, mate.
my favourite modelling experience my whole life was when we did our show in London.
Talk us through that one. Go on.
I can't, it's
Go on.
backstory.
Well, ain't
Go
it?
back.
Go on, you gotta put it out.
No, like you just look, yeah.
The problem is that he can't. He needs to show what he did, and
No,
he's
no,
got,
no.
you know.
No, I lost 2 teeth to this story.
It's my favourite thing in life.
I lost 2 teeth to this story. Yeah,
Come
no,
on,
I
Paddy,
just-
give us it.
No,
Give us it, please.
you know what it was? It was
I
just
beg
a
you.
roundabout. We'd finished the fucking show. We were in where was it?
Mate, it was London South Bank.
Yeah,
it
South
was literally
Bank.
just on South Bank.
And they'd done these massive shows, all these dancers and all these fucking people.
There was only ever
and
like
they'd done it for so
us.
long now. We'd got by the end of it, we're like, fucking done with this. We were just getting off our fucking heads, yeah. I had a bottle of tequila backstage, right? And we were just getting off on nuts, rehearsing, getting off on nuts, rehearsing, getting off on the show just finished. Bearing in mind, I've got one of my mental mates.
Yeah,
on
your
stage
mate was that, and
that jumped on and done the
your sister
fucking
came to watch
finale
it as
with us
well.
and all this. But after the show, we're all dancing and all that. Luckily, the show's finished.
Yeah,
we're all having a dance, we're all fucking moving about, and I'm doing my finest dance move.
Can I just say for everyone, like obviously we're sort of got to be relatively stationary here. Pat's a mover. Like when he moves, like his whole body moves. So when he was talking about when he was dancing outside on the by the Thames, the geezer was dancing.
Yeah, so
He was body popping and
He
all
was
of
like,
it. He was
oh,
going,
I
oh,
was skanking, I was giving it all. I was hearing the notes coming in
all
from
in.
inside, and I was going boom, 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 boom. And I went, let me just throw it up. So I'd done some dance move where I decided to put my fucking head down by my knees, yeah? What I didn't see was that there was a fucking metal pole. There was a metal pole in between the fucking radius of my head and my knee. So I've basically just gone straight down full force for a fucking head touch for some reason, and I've nutted it with my teeth. I've obliterated my teeth.
I was next to him, mum.
But I obliterated my teeth. My teeth went ping. They went everywhere, and I looked, and I went out. I'm dumb. I went dumb. I went dumb. He went, what's up, mate? He's cracking up. I went dumb. I've just done my teeth.
I did because I'll never forget the look on your face. Like when we were doing these shows, yeah, it was just me and Pat, and there was like, not to like be arrogant, like there was loads of birds there, so we were out the back.
Loads
there
of
was
birds,
loads of birds, and then Pat's
We toured. Listen, we toured all around these places just to keep them. We toured. There was about 4 geezers and about 80 birds.
Honestly,
That's what we're
it was
talking about,
mad.
boys. By the way,
So-
that's what we've done. We got on a plane to Texas with about fucking.
Wait, that's a whole
60,
other
70
story. That's a whole other story. But Pat, so when Pat was doing his dance moves, yeah, and he's just walloped his mouth against his metal pole, and he goes up,
Still fat.
and then I just remember his little tongue coming through where his teeth are
Suffering.
He was like, Dom.
Suckling.
And he's done this little thing with his, but when I say I lost it, I was in absolute
Mate,
bits,
battered
bro.
my
He
teeth.
fucked them
Imagine
up.
it though, you just fully nutting a pole. I fully nutted the pole. And luckily my lip, because I must be doing some mouth with luckily my lip weren't in the way, so my lip would have just got.
It was so.
But my teeth went everywhere. They went everywhere.
like,
Did it bleed or did it just cut
No,
out?
because my lip weren't
Just
mate,
out.
my
But
lips
they
was
went. They were off. They were on
find them?
right.
God.
No. But when I say
Walk up to the
but when I say he had nothing left, it was pure gum. Like the geese in his dentures, it was wild.
And then I've got the whole party still going on. Like this was
It
just the
didn't
start
stop
of the
him
party.
though. It didn't stop him. Honestly,
No,
it didn't.
It
didn't.
It was fucking insane. Like, I nearly like talk about wetting yourself laughing. That was unreal. And then yeah, we ended up in Texas, and that's a whole other.
Yeah,
That's a whole other story.
Texas was fucking amazing, mate, wasn't it? It was great.
So was that for a job or was that just
Same brand, right?
Same brand.
Yeah.
Same brand. So
Same
tell us.
brand.
You know what, it's
So
one of the best
going
jobs
back.
I've
So you've gone from the fashion show, right, where you've had this crazy experience. You've modeled together, had a lot of fun. Tell us about how stressful to you guys, because coming into the industry, obviously, this was one of your first fashion shows that you did. How did that feel to you compared to what the normal person thinks? The normal person thinks it's all glamour, it's all Gucci, you know, it's all amazing.
Yeah.
But the reality we all know is it's a different
pants.
kettle of fish.
Yeah, it's absolutely pants.
Well, I don't know who wants
It's
to
a
go
joke.
first here because obviously we can
Oh mate,
both.
after you.
Mate, you know, it's yeah, it's nothing what anyone fucking sees on the surface whatsoever, right? Like, you know, that for them at least the first 5 years of it, bro. I quit modelling 5 times in the first year.
You just went 5 times.
I've done that. I was like, not coming back.
Holding up, my finger was up there. I had my pinky.
You see it? So when he goes, I've quit modelling.
You didn't see the pinky, bro. The pinky was up over here, bro.
He's Irish. It's okay.
The pinky was up here.
Nah.
5.
I see you, innit?
No, because I was going to do 4 or 5. I wasn't sure. No, but I think I wasn't sure it was 4 or 5, but it was definitely 4. All right.
4.5 minutes.
No, 4 times, man. I quit modelling 4 times in the first year, bruv. I used to turn up to castings. I remember getting on the train, going up to castings. I remember one time looking through the window of the casting. As I got there, I travelled for about an hour and 20 minutes, and I was like, priming myself up. And I got there, and looked through the window, and I went, nah, I'm not doing that. The guy was standing there, he had his top off, and he was standing there taking pictures, and I went, no. I went, no, I can't do this. I'm not doing this.
But the thing,
this is not me, man.
So this
I couldn't
comes from
accept
both
this.
of your
Like, it was really
backgrounds as
tough
we
for me
are,
to,
you know?
to handle. It was.
Because you're from we're all from kind of the same background, you know, we're all lads at the end of the day. We never thought about, well, except for some we just found out who wanted to be models.
Yeah. It comes out now in the cast.
But coming into this industry and then seeing basically how vulnerable you need to be in a way where it's like you walk into a room and they're like, oh, take your top off, I'm going to take some shots off you, let me know about yourself. You know, how does that make you feel? So you walked away a few times. I know I've walked away. One of my first shoots was in a latex suit, and I was like with a tiara, and I had painted my nipples.
That tease you, like, tease you struggling with
that.
that.
Comp card.
Magazine,
Bless him,
mate.
it still is his comp card. He just don't know about it.
Mate, I had some traumatic times, but you show up to these points and you're just like, mate, this is not for me. Like, this is not my person. Now, are you strong enough to overcome it? Or
That's the
or
question,
you go
isn't it?
back? So how did you guys feel on your first castings, then on your first break? Because the casting, which you might have felt was weird, might have given you, you know, your top man, whatever you did, the break that you needed at the end of
what's
the day.
happening here.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it
So,
does.
yeah.
It brings you to the reality of it. You go like, okay, I'm starting to understand this game now. Am I going to drop out of this and be a roofer? Or I'm going to understand what the money is here and where it's going to bring me and whether I can control myself and hold myself and whether I can go through the dark and the dark of it. And you think that at first, and then, and then 10 years later, you're like, yo, I've been doing that. And, you know, things I have overcome, but you're like, whoa, I'm in a whole different world of it now, you know? But yeah, it is like that.
I mean, I had no idea about the industry. Like, honestly, I thought Donatella Versace was a geezer until I went to the casting, and then everyone.
So did I. Even when I saw her, I was like,
I'm
questionable.
Right, yeah. Oh shit! Like,
Love you,
scrap
Donna.
that, innit?
Well, you know what? I got a nice one with Donatella, bro.
But, yeah, obviously. See, this is the thing. As you were talking about football, like Pat, I think in your first season you did fucking Givenchy. Like you.
Wow.
Whether or not you wanted to be that guy, you were that guy. Like you did those jobs. You did like.
It's funny you say that.
You were like one of the
'cause
first.
we can talk about this because that is not.
I know, but you
for
were one
me
of the
how it
first
was.
male models to ever shoot like the front cover of ID magazine. Like that's
That's
huge.
huge, man. That's huge. Wait. Round
And
of applause for that.
But,
Because that's fucking amazing.
I do think like that's
Yeah, but
almost
thanks,
what
but
we got
listen,
along
that
so
gave me-
well.
that
It's because
just
there's
gave me a
no
chance.
arrogance.
That was my lifeline, bro.
I know,
That
but-
ID cover was my lifeline. That was Alistair putting me out there with the ID cover, which in the fashion game, I was the first man on the cover for 5 years.
huge,
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
I had a
it's
skin and
fucking
everything.
That's
He
huge,
changed,
bro.
bro.
That
He
was
changed my
huge.
life.
How old was
when
you
was
when
that?
you done the ID
19.
cover?
It was my second job. Like,
So then
Your
once that
second
came
job,
out,
that's
that's what I'm
huge,
saying,
bro.
obviously
like,
That's
jobs went like boom, right?
bro, it went boom. Every fashion season, like every walk away, like when we were going away doing the fucking fashion walks and all that. Yeah, all the shows came in. Like they all came in, but I still weren't that guy. But they were going off this.
But is
They were
that
going off
because
this.
okay, our job, okay, some people say we got lucky, and I don't believe in luck because I think it's probability meets opportunity, okay? So at the end of the day, the harder you work and you put yourself in front of these situations, the best jobs you're going to get, the way you are, so on and so forth. And then it takes a lot of hard work, grit, mental strength to succeed in this job, okay? And then it's not only that, we've got our ratings with how much we sell, you know, like you go do H&M, they both give you a white t-shirt, whoever sells the most will get the job. So when people are like, you're lucky, it's like, no, there's a lot of work involved. But do you feel a lot of, because to some people it comes easy, you know? So for a long time, I didn't realize how much work went into modeling. I was like, well, I show up, I just myself, I'm having, you know, I do my thing and
But
walk
you've
away.
always been that guy, tease you.
But
you know?
so have
And
you.
you've held your career like that. Whereas I think, honestly, for me, it's like, mate, I've had to work so much now from the moment I got that piece of luck, I'd say, in order to be, with my body, like everything, my hair and all this shit. Mate, when I started modeling, bro, I was heavier than I am now, bro. I was a fucking nearly a stone heavier.
Wow.
So I was a big,
Was you really?
big, yeah, bro. I was like fucking nearly 200 pounds, bro. I was 200 pounds when I started modelling. I was like 90 kilos.
Well, when we first met, he
Like,
done
now
his
I'm-
thing.
now-
He used
now I'm
to, he used to
82
fucking bear
kilos.
hug me, the cunt. We got after that
That's
night in the
emotional.
pub to watch football. Every day since then, he used to come up behind me and fucking bear hug me.
Yeah, but in love though.
Yeah,
It was
in
like,
love,
yeah.
in love, but the body, it
Didn't
cripples. Bless it. It tries to withstand 200 pounds.
But I had to become something I weren't in terms
So
of that.
did
like-
you feel? So my question was, do you feel imposter syndrome? Do you feel like you
100%.
don't deserve this,
1
and you're
million
someone
percent,
else
bro.
every time you're on set?
1
You got to
million
act someone
percent,
else.
bro. 1 million
What,
percent.
what I
And how
would
do you
say-
guys deal with that?
Well, what I would say is that, like, okay, granted, I walked into Models One because I saw like a potential financial opportunity.
Which was
but-
a good one.
You know, I'm here 16 years later, but it's kind of like, you know, there are a lot of people that desperately want it to happen. That if it doesn't happen, then they're in a right
Yeah, they're in a
pickle,
right
and
pickle,
you can see that in the agency, you can see that on the jobs you do, and but I'll beg it. I'm there.
I feel like I see it more now with the influx of social media, where everyone's like, I need to be a model, but let's not get into social media just yet. Let's have a few more drinks and then we can fucking
smash it to bits.
But it's that where I think we used to be a bit more like, I don't know what it was, we didn't know about the industry. You go in there a little bit more like, because you don't expect to know anything.
Yeah,
you
it
go in
doesn't
there
owe
and
you
you just,
anything.
you just fucking find your
John,
way.
did you even have a
yeah.
clue about the industry?
I've had
before?
no idea,
Mate, I had
mate.
no idea, mate.
Can we touch on
See
John's first
billboards
job
and
yet?
stuff.
Or is it too soon for John's first job?
I've
know about this?
I've got one before that first job as well that was even worse.
What, the
bro.
one in the shopping centre?
Shopping centre. I'll tell you that one, right?
Tell it.
So
No,
anyway, just to touch
Wait,
on
wait,
it.
hold on,
Yeah, I
hold
don't
on.
know if we're ready for this. Yeah, I don't know
Scott,
if
can
we're-
we get the picture?
No, but don't-
Who was
no,
it?
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
who was
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Who was
yeah,
it
It's
yeah.
buried, bruv. It's
Yeah,
buried.
no,
This was,
Who's it for?
The
Who's it
internet is
for?
a magical
Tidge is
thing.
two.
No,
So
no,
I've
no,
got
go on.
back of Men's Health,
Back of men.
but before this, right? So imagine, right? So I played football, right?
Who's the one before this? Oh,
This,
No,
no,
yeah,
this
so
was a
this-
shopping
yeah, this
centre,
one,
bro.
this
It's
one.
not even a fucking. It's not even a. You can't even see a shoot, bro. So, imagine, right? I played football until I was 30 years old, right? I've played for fucking Arsenal. I was at Stoke for fucking 3 years.
touching your
I was
debut
playing-
yet, or-
I've got sent off my debut. I will go on a minute. Anyway, so listen, I played fucking like loads of championship games. I played in the Premiership once.
Yeah,
only
this is
once.
as
I got
big as
sent
you
off
can
in-
get. This
Yeah.
is a top.
I played ball,
mean,
right?
Played for Arsenal,
And-
supported
my
Tottenham.
life was going to be my life was going to be playing football, and then when I retire, I'm going to play golf with all my fucking money. That was my life, right? Anyway,
yeah.
it went a bit wrong towards the end of my career. Cut short, Achilles injury, boom. I got scouted 5 days later to be a model. So now I'm a model, right? I've signed with Next. Next said, John, whilst we're sorting you out some jobs, getting you some fucking jobs, go and do this. Meet these other people. They can get you some sort of advertising things. Oh yeah, cool, lovely. So I build this geezer up. He says, John, I've got a job for you tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yeah. Adidas. Fucking
I'm
them
there,
lads.
mate.
I mean,
I wear Predators. Yeah, right. I've got a pair of
I love
Copas.
Predators, mate. I was born in one life. Anyway, so he goes, right, turn up tomorrow, 8 a.m, Stratford Shopping Centre, Westfields, right? So I turn up thinking, this could be a good one, this. So I get there. So there's two other sort of so-called models or modelish people, and then we're there. They give us a fucking Adidas t-shirt each, right? So we put our Adidas t-shirts on, and then he takes us to this corner, and I kid you not, there's about 1,000 unblown balloons, right?
Oh, don't
And
you.
a canister.
Don't you dare
A
tell me that they told you that you need to
Pat,
blow up a load
there's
of fucking
canister of gas or
Because then
whatever the fuck
I'm
it
gonna
is,
have the ump.
and these sticks, right? And he goes, right, so blow these up, wrap them around this stick, and give them out to the kids outside.
You fucking joking?
I'm
He's
not-
always
bruv,
kicking ball with
this your
Bergkamp
first
the
job?
week before,
It's
isn't
my
it?
first job,
He
right?
was kicking ball with all
So
three
but this weren't from a modelling agency, Pat. This is from like some other, what they call, they're like fucking
I don't know, mate. Some sort of talent fucking.
some
thing,
robbery wankers, right? Anyway, so he says, blow them up, put them on a stick, and hand them out. By the way, I'm 30. I've never fucking tied a balloon in my life. But I can't. I've never
Ain't even
actually
tied
done
his
it.
laces.
So I'm blowing these balloons up, and I'm asking the other two models to stick it on the stick for me, right? So already they fucking hate me, right?
Yeah, you're like, I'm not fucking putting on the stick. I'll fucking tie the gun up, but I ain't putting on a fucking stick.
I already had to blow the balloon, mate. Like, come on, mate.
I'm handing out sticks outside Adidas in fucking with balloons on it outside Stratford. I'm thinking, if anyone sees me that I know,
Yeah, it's a wrap, innit?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
jump
a
over the
wrap.
balcony.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
wrap. I'm done.
Yeah.
So I'm
Call it a
thinking,
day.
I was playing league games about a month ago.
Oh,
Like,
mate,
like-
that's mad. That is mental.
Mate,
So,
the
bruv, so
decline
then
is
it
real,
got to
innit?
about, it got to lunchtime.
What are you thinking
I
then, lad?
don't know, Pat. I'd done 4 hours, right? And I got to lunchtime and I went,
Like one balloon
and
blessing.
I went, fuck this. I think I had blisters all over my fingers, right?
How you what? You ain't done the blisters,
Fuck,
bro.
man,
That's blisters.
I've done 10 balloons.
This is what gives models a bad name, innit? You got
And the paper cut. I needed to go out. Infirmary, please, man.
So I got to 1 o'clock. They said, right, lunchtime. And I swerved it. I said, right, I got my coat and I fucked off.
Yeah,
and
fuck that.
Right? So I said, fuck
No,
that.
I bet you're right.
Because I was booked for 2 days. I thought, I ain't doing that.
No,
Saturday,
fucking
Sunday.
2 days.
Wait, hold on. Quick question. 2 days, how much?
I think it was about £40 an hour or something.
30
I
quid.
want to doing it like that then. Like,
But listen,
they're
it
doing
was an
hourly
hour,
rates.
Hourly rate.
Look, if they're still knocking about, shout me, I'll do
dodgy
it.
agencies.
I'll give you his number.
Them dodgy agencies.
So anyway, I goes home. I said, fuck that, go home, whatever. On the Monday, I text the person who gave me. I said, listen, you pay me for them 4 hours I've done. He said, John, you left with the Adidas t-shirt. You owe us.
Oh, you joking me?
I said, why
20
don't
quid,
you
innit?
fuck off? And that was it. That
serious?
was it. Done.
He still owes him, bless him. His credit rating's been fucked ever since.
I'm still getting them brown envelopes.
That's why he's
for
never
that.
wore a pair of Adidas like, ever since then. He's like, no, fuck Adidas, they've done me up.
Oh, that is
So that was it. That was it, bruv. Done.
Well, the
And then
next
I was-
one,
and
hopefully
then-
the next one was fucking a bit more
And,
proper, wasn't it?
well, the next one was, so then I started modelling a little bit, proper modelling. And then Sarah and Rion said,
proper-
John,
proper modelling.
listen, we've got a job for you. Do you want to be on the back cover of Men's Health?
Wait. Scott, could you bring that men's health?
That's not
got it,
You
bro.
got to bring that one up.
I think he's
Bob,
got
have a
it.
look for it. Try and find it. It's like Men's Health, back
Men's Health.
page. I can't ruin the story yet by telling you what it looks like.
Yeah, you got to put John Hall, Men's Health, back cover.
Bob, Pat, right? So anyway.
It's around
So now I'm
1945, bless him. He's been knocking about for a while.
Back
It's
in
the
my
first,
day when we
it's the
used to
first
be able to
edition
smoke
of
a
Men's
blank.
Health. First ever edition.
Hugh Hefner was young. I remember him.
So anyway, Rion and Sarah, my agent, like next, love them. John, got your back cover. Go on, get down there. So I go down there. I'm well excited. I'm thinking, yes, I fucking made it. Like, must have done 100 sit-ups every day before I went. Whatever it was, 1,000 sit-ups. So I get down
100 to
there.
1,000.
Listen, I told you.
Whatever it was, a
Good
thousand.
shot.
I told you, put a bit of sauce on it, boys. Put a bit of
10,000, don't
sauce
worry
on
about
it. It was 1,005 sit-ups.
Yeah.
So anyway, I turn up, right, and these 8 beautiful suits on this row, and I'm like, wow, they're fucking cool suits. And then I look on set, and it's like a Lego city on the set. Oh, no. And I'm like, that's a bit weird. Why is there a Lego city
There we
on
go.
this
Put
set?
John Lego,
Yeah,
man.
don't tell me you're making Lego in the
Bro.
suit.
Wait, bruv, just
So
wait.
then,
It's
I
such
I
gold.
get put in the suits, whatever, boom, I'm looking wicked, like suave. And then he gives me these Lego hands and a Lego head.
I know.
Pat,
No.
Pat.
No,
What's happening?
Wait, no, but let him finish, innit? Let him
And then,
finish.
so I had
Let
to,
him finish.
every suit, I had to destroy the city in the suit. Bruv, the city's, listen, it's massive.
with
The
his Lego
set's
head on,
massive.
fucking
With my
Godzilla
Lego head
out
on,
here.
dripping. Like, you know,
No,
dripping.
don't, no,
Like,
no.
I'm melting in there.
John, no.
And then obviously you go home after the shoot and everyone goes, oh, John, how
that
was
was
it?
wicked. That was wicked. You done so well.
great,
You're
man.
like, no wait, I was smashing the
I'm on
Lego
the-
town
I'm on
up
the
with
back of
fucking
Men's
hands
Health.
in
My
my
mum's
I'm
still got
amazed
the
you're still in the
magazine,
industry,
but,
mate. That screams retirement.
So-
but that is
yeah.
wild.
So speaking of that crazy job, what's your craziest job? Which were like,
Yeah,
the
what's the one where
turn
you
away-
would walk
so
away?
I'm gonna ask you 2 questions.
Hold
so
on,
not
have
only
we got it?
yeah, have we
No,
got
you
it?
can't find it, bruv. It's unfindable.
Look
It's
at
in
him,
Mum's
he's buried it.
garage.
He paid a fixer. He's like, nah, I don't want none of this shit.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Keep looking.
Whenever you find it, throw it up there. We can have a good old
double,
slate.
Double big screen.
We've all got slatey images in there. I'm surprised you ain't got
We're gonna get to the worst images because we've got a few of them of you two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry,
But all of
sorry.
But what's the
All of
limit?
us.
Is that
I'm
all
sorry.
of Pat's
All of us.
worst images?
He still looks like a
fucking
weapon.
golden, isn't
Sick,
it?
innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Nah, man.
ridiculous.
But this is why I didn't want to do it with it.
They
It's
missed
not fair,
a
is it?
few,
I
though.
didn't want to do it with it.
They
It's
missed
not
a
fair.
few. Trust me, I had them written down on my thing. I'm looking at it like they ain't got them ones.
I'm glad they ain't got them ones.
Well, I ain't gonna talk about them,
We'll
motherfuckers.
find them. So, what was your most iconic moment? Like your most iconic shoot? So you know when people are like, "Oh my god," you know when you've had a shoot. So I've had shoots where I got picked up by a helicopter to be dropped off on a yacht.
Fuck.
You know, and you're just there. You're like, "This is my life, bro."
Yeah,
Like,
bro,
like
yeah,
you
yeah,
wake
yeah,
up, you're
yeah.
in some mad hotel room. You don't have a room. You got a suite.
Yeah,
And you're just like,
yeah.
what the fuck is? What did I like?
What
what's
did I
going on, you
do?
know?
Rolled the
So-
dice and it
yeah,
landed
you're just
nicely.
like,
innit?
bro, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then with the per diems, remember those
Yeah,
days?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
ooh, give me that money.
Yeah.
So what were your 2 ones where you were like, oh my,
I've made it.
fucking
I need to
God.
show everyone.
Like where you can't even go home and tell your mates. Like your mates are probably like roof layers. I don't
It's
know.
tough, man. You know, it's actually it's tough because you think about about the years. You think about them. You're like,
We found a picture of you behind the set.
that one it, is it?
Nah, John had proper Lego out.
Nah, mine was worse than
He
that.
wish he looked that good.
That literally looks like my head though, the skinhead. When I had a skinhead, that's literally how I looked.
I need to go for a wax real
Cheers,
quick.
bruv. Yeah,
I'm
go on,
gonna-
brother.
Do
Go
your
on,
thing.
We'll kick
So,
with
Paddy,
Pat.
what was your moment where you were just like, oh my God, like, what is this life? Because again, you came into this life, like you said, they offered you a contract. They asked you to come, some random photographer asked you, which was actually huge. You came in, models one call you, offer you a contract. Probably you had your first job by then. You're seeing the money come in, which all of us must admit, maybe not you.
No,
'cause you
no,
played
yeah,
football,
Bro,
Yeah,
bro,
well, that
really
is
and
true,
truly,
bro.
like
Yeah,
that money
for
was
a day's work.
the
Like,
money,
you're like,
yeah,
wow.
the money. Even when that started, like the money there was no money. There was no money. So you know, it all starts exciting, right? And for me, I got excited by the thought that an agency like this was taking me on, and I didn't think I was anything worthy of this, right? But I thought, fuck it, man. Listen, let me roll with the punches here, yeah. And then I got these. Basically, I was shooting fucking just sick editorials like all the time. So I was shooting every Vogue, bro. Every Vogue with Alistair, who the ones whose roof I was on. I've done like 6 or 7 Vogues with him.
Bro,
yeah?
whilst you're telling that, tell the people about editorials. You don't get paid.
Yeah,
Tell-
editorials.
tell
Yeah,
them
so
what it's
guys, so
like.
listen, this is the truth of it, right? So for like fucking at least 6, 7 years, so when I started modeling, everyone thought I was fucking banging it all in, getting the money in, because I was on I was doing like 18 fucking page arena home spreads, yeah.
Front
Like,
covers,
yeah,
all
Alistair, I've
that,
done
yeah.
18
Like,
pages.
yo, bro,
Yeah, bro,
why
like
you
people
saying
are
you like, I didn't get no
man.
money for that.
Yeah, I was on the cover of ID, nice. The person on cover of ID before me was Beyonce, yeah.
Yeah.
So then I was the next one.
Yeah.
Like, all sounds fucking nice, right? You know,
You don't get paid.
listen, it's nice in the sense of, you know, it promoted me out there, but for what I was coming in the game for, I was never a person that was coming in there to try and go like, I want clout here. I want to get, no. I didn't even know what fashion was, didn't know what modeling was, bro. And I talk for all the boys, most of the boys that we all know, guys, and I think this is something that should get put through the podcast quite well.
absolutely.
Is that most of us boys, Tiju, John, I can't say about Don because he put himself in there. Like we weren't aware of this life, right? So yeah, I mean, the first job obviously was the ID cover because it hotted up the scene very quickly for me, which I had no idea about.
Yeah.
So then I was going to Milan, Paris, New York for fashion weeks, yeah, and I was getting automatically booked on the shows.
Yeah, but was that ID magazine the one which was you like, oh my fucking
It's
God?
the breakthrough moment,
Like
right?
that's your breakthrough moment. So that's
That's what just put me on the map.
Yeah.
Man. That put me on the map. And mate, you know how hard it is, yeah. Like boys, you can look how you look. Politics are politics in this game as well, right? We all know about politics, yeah. So the politics there for me was Alistair. Here's my politic, right? So all the other photographers were like, all right, Alistair has him. Well, we're
He's
going
got-
to use him. We're going
we'll
to use
vouch
him.
for it, yeah,
We
yeah.
don't really matter how he looks. We're just going to use him. We're going to shoot editorial. So I shot editorial for like 6, 7 years. Everyone you could do. All these, and I just felt like shit, bro. I was making no money. I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think I could do anything. I just didn't look well in my head. And it kind of ruined me in that respect. Yeah.
So
to be
what-
fair.
Can I
Your
just touch on
biggest-
that
yeah, go-
quickly,
go,
just
go,
to
go, go,
not to jump in? It's quite funny because any editorial boy who's shooting, whether it be ID or Vogue or whatever it might be, every editorial boy might have the most glossy, beautiful photos. We'll walk into the agency I want commercial work.
Absolutely.
Every
It's
single
money. It's where the money is.
commercial model will
Tell
walk
them about the
in
money, bro.
and be like,
In terms of like fashion and commercial and
well,
fucking
that what I said,
editorial
like
and-
you could be shooting
No money.
no
So there's
money.
no money in
That's it,
editorial,
there's
guys.
no money
So if
in
anyone's
editorial.
listening to this, listen, you can be shooting fucking Vogue and you can be the cover of Vogue, you can be the cover of ID, you can be doing 20-page spreads, you can be doing it for every one of them, which is what I was doing for. Not the covers, ID on the cover. The rest of them, I was doing spreads every fucking 6 months. All of them, which is edgy, these edgy editorials. Not a penny comes in your pocket.
You're actually out of
Yeah.
pocket. 'Cause
You're
got to
out
pay
of
for travel.
pocket.
Yeah,
I was
you're
roofing.
trying-
I was
you're
roofing the whole
broading for
time.
you- yeah.
I was roofing the whole time. I was doing jobs for these things, and then going back the next day, waking up, going roofing, and being like slaughtered by people like roofing in these areas, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like I
But-
always
but
say,
then-
there's 2 types of model, right? There's the
good.
model who wants to be.
Oi, oi.
So there's 2
Spin it.
types of models here, yeah. There's the model who want to be famous, you know, who does all these editorials, who will later on get money through like endorsements or whatnot, but that's a longevity game. You need to come from a rich family to be able to do that, you know? And then there's the guys who just want to get into the game to make money.
Money, man.
You know, and then if you're lucky, I was lucky, I was blessed. I did commercial my whole career. It was
Yeah,
just
bro, we
basic
shot a nice
commercial.
one fucking not too long ago, you know, a couple months ago.
Like,
We done a nice one.
show me the money.
Well, rounds on you, innit?
Yeah, like, huh?
Rounds on you two after this.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll be shooting editorials.
Yeah.
So you end up with the guys who want to shoot commercial, make
Yeah,
some money,
exactly
and then you get the
that.
guys who want to be famous. And I feel we've drawn an era today where everyone in fashion, like you see all these young guns who are here around today, they just want to be famous, and they're not.
That's
Sorry
what-
to say,
that's
they
society,
fucked up
bro.
the game
Society's
for us
I never even
because
thought about it like this.
you know they fucked up the game for us at one point because they just want to be famous.
Yeah, but the
wanna
thing
be
is, they
a
can't
rev.
fuck the
Society
game up for us,
changed,
though,
bro.
bro, because they can never come into what. They will never know about what we are and what we do.
No.
Like,
No, but do you remember
like they're
when
from a
you
different
start-
generation,
Yeah,
really.
absolutely.
You know?
Yeah,
So
but the
we either
generation
be
just
relevant or
before.
we won't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they can never be relevant in terms of what we can do.
No.
Never. It's,
No.
we can be relevant in what they do if we just like start fixing up our soul
Mm.
and start
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this and this and this. But they can't be relevant like fucking John Hall and fucking tease you and Dominic. You can't be relevant like that.
I
That's just
agree, but they
natural.
fucked up the costs because you look at like when we started, you know. Do you remember the guys like? There's Idris. There's even like Sam Webb, like Sash and my brother who started. Then there's like the Naomi Campbells, the all those lot, you know, Jordan Dunn and all those. The amount of money they were making on shoots, and they're like back in my day, and you're like. That was like 5 years ago. You know, like what you talking about back in my, bring those days back,
But
man.
it happened on. It
Now
happened
you're here.
immediately.
Yeah,
Like, you
it
look
was
at the
on, it was on a
90s.
little spin, wasn't it?
You look at
really?
the
Well, fuck
90s.
me, John should be able to talk about this more.
No, but I think
John still cashing
He
the
was
check.
there in them times, bro.
And John comes from the era when the presenter was speaking like, hello, and then we're back.
Yeah, and when listen, John would go through a job and they'd be putting out bags of like plates of coke. Like, it weren't quite
yeah,
like
no,
that.
but I was,
Yeah,
I
you
was
think
at
so.
the end
You
of
obviously lived through
it. I was
and
at the end of
experienced
it.
the golden era of modelling, if you will.
John's still doing fucking Armani shows and stuff
We're
over
yeah,
in Milan.
mate,
like,
fucking top model
You're
out
still,
here.
you're still like. This
I'm
is
hanging
all
on,
happening.
bruv. I'm hanging on.
Nah,
Yeah,
behave yourself,
mate.
hanging on.
But there
fuck
is,
off.
but like you said, I think there's
changed,
especially I think there's a difference in different areas as well. The UK's changed a little bit compared to America and Australia and the rest of it, but definitely in the UK, I think we got too many models, and
100%.
anyone can be a model now. At the moment, we're going through this stage where everyone
There
can
is
be a
that,
model.
John.
And then the
There's also-
agencies.
Don't.
There's
don't,
also
don't.
this, and I don't give a
Don't.
fuck. I'll fucking talk about it.
Go.
Listen, I'm not gonna fucking listen. Let's not beat around the bush.
What
Let's
about-
talk about the markets.
Yep.
All right, you can fucking say that, mate.
Yep.
But the market in fucking London and England
Yep.
for a fucking white man with blue hair and blonde eyes, it ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
All
Of
right,
course not. Of course not
John,
at the
you're a
moment.
bit,
No,
you might be a
no.
little bit more there, but either so, you're still not really
But
there.
this is
All
my
listen,
problem.
no,
When
we'll
I
touch on
started-
it. We'll
Absolutely.
touch on it.
Absolutely.
All right,
Because-
that's what it's happening
Yeah.
now. For the last 5 years at least, maybe going on 10 years, the market is what it is.
So I'd like to
right?
touch on that as well, Pat. So in our day, really, like we would
was
talk
doing
about
that
like
day.
you was a token, right?
Yeah, I was the only
Right?
black guy. I
So-
was making money. There's one. I was gonna say something bad here.
But like,
Rejection was
okay,
real,
like-
innit?
Tone back to
Yeah.
There's one black guy.
Yeah.
There's one.
One ginger, one
I was gonna
buggy.
say Asian. Okay. And
Look at his
one-
little
one-
leg bump. He doesn't know what to say. He's doing the madness. Staring at it.
There's one Asian guy. There was, there's one
Ticking
of
boxes.
Each. Yeah,
Yeah,
ticking
man,
boxes.
come on, we all
now,
know this now, like,
now
this-
I'm
and who would
competing
you
with
compete
like
against?
5 guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's one white guy, and I'm like, motherfucker, bring it back, bro. I was making so much money back then. Fuck you guys, bro.
because my problem is equality doesn't exist with these top companies. They go with trend.
Yeah,
If someone
that's it,
says,
that's it.
"Listen, you've used so many white people," then they'll use mixed race, black,
Yeah,
Asian,
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
that will go,
that's
and they'll be
it,
like, they will be on trend only.
Yeah,
so
that's
you'll
it,
go to
that's it.
castings now in the UK, and it will be.
So
a
what we're saying is that
certain-
that's a noticeable trend that we've seen now
Yeah.
here, especially for us working, right? You know, like, that is something that's happened,
Yeah.
and it's not it's unavoidable. There's nothing we can do about that, right?
No.
But it's like I work a lot in Italy, right, for old school classic fucking brands, like
And
the
the
old
same,
school
bro.
classic Italian brands.
Yeah.
I work for them, so cool. I've got market there, but in the London UK market. That's just not the way it is
not the
anymore.
market,
Like
bro,
times have
bro.
changed,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
Absolutely.
what I will say is that like times have changed 100%, but also there was an era where white models dominated everything.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. So when
course, but
it's
that's
changed in this era.
But there's
it's
gonna
changing-
be
it changes all the time.
it's about
Dominicus.
no. It's not
Calm
about that.
yourself, Tom.
It's not about that. It's about there actually being a relative balance and using the
And we never-
models.
that's what I'm saying, we
and
never
using
get
the
balance.
models
We
to
don't get a balance.
use a
Represent
model
the country that you're
represents the
selling
brand.
into.
That's
so my
the-
problem
it is
is
sweet.
my problem is
Represent the
like
brand.
this.
Yes.
Yeah, stop
this-
using someone for the
But
sake
you-
of
so
using.
Exactly.
Barber, perfect example.
Yeah.
Barber, okay, a hunting brand. The brand is made for farmers and hunters. You look at the majority of their brand today, they use a lot of black guys, Asian guys, and then they use a few white people. Now, Barber obviously is like Burberry or whatnot, and it's in the high
trying
street.
to
It's a
diverse
big
itself.
brand, and it's an amazing brand. Love it to bits. You know, I've worked with them a lot of times, but at the same time, they cater for a demography that isn't there. You look in the UK, you know, we don't have that many. Now, don't get me wrong. They spend a lot of money. They spend like every diversity spends a lot of money, and now it's diverse. So in central London, you've got the Arabs, the blacks, you've got the whites, you've got millionaires and billionaires all over the place.
Who's doing what?
But
And who
the
wants what?
representative is more the guy in Middlesbrough, you know, in the poorest, one of the poorest counties in the UK. That guy doesn't have any black guys in town. How many towns I've gone into and worked in the UK, like in the UK, it'd be Scotland, it'd be Wales, it'd be England, yeah, and then I've gone there, and like I'm the only black guy in town, and I'm like, I'm selling like in your town, I'm selling your garms, but like
You're on a level.
who am I
like-
selling to, bro?
talking-
Like, I don't understand.
You're
like-
talking really.
Yeah,
You're talking
yeah.
real.
Well, it's
So-
the truth.
Like,
It's
it's
the truth.
listen,
It's
like,
the
we
truth.
can't, we're in a time and place now in today's age. We can't just
We're
be
not
talking
allowed
bullshit.
to,
like,
bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
We're
but
not allowed
then-
to.
diversity
it's-
hires.
Because
Listen,
like we
I
said
know where I
earlier,
sell, I know
the
where I sell, you
minority
know.
will have a problem with it, and then we listen to the minority because they might voice their opinions. There's millions and millions of people out there that don't voice their opinions. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of
and
us
then
should.
this just all
and we're
gets
chilled
shut
with it,
down,
bro.
man.
But
And
now we
listen,
listen
I'll
to
tell you
the
one thing right
minority.
now. This podcast ain't gonna be one of
So-
them. And I don't care who's gonna come. Who's gonna come? Come in the
Speaking
thing.
of-
I'll talk the
speaking
truth
of
about
all
it
these
all. We
things
can
that
all
have
talk the
happened,
truth,
yeah?
but we owe to each other, all of us, and that's I love the way TG talking right now because we owe this to be real. We have to talk real about everything.
I think brands
exactly
need
where
to
we come
be-
from and everything, all the things we're modeling, everything, and to the point of this, it all has to be fucking real. Like,
So
you know, we
the other
can't
veil
pretend.
I want to bring up in this right now, because we're going into this type of discussion where we're being more
Yeah, we can
open
fly
and
off
stuff
it
like
though,
this.
quick.
Yeah,
So
we got this quite quickly.
I
We
wanna-
might have
I
to
wanna-
get off
I
it quite
wanna-
quickly.
No, this is the
I
thing
wanna-
though. You can't, man.
No, it's
I
true,
wanna-
but
I
it's
want to
part of the
talk
industry.
about the times, because people always want to know. You know, you had the Me Too movement, you had a bunch of stuff that happened, and we never talk about the men's mental health. We never talk about what we have to go through, what the approaches we have. You know, like, so I completely understand that is wrong. The Me Too is completely wrong. Okay, like being approached for giving favors for sex is completely wrong. But as a heterosexual, I like women. You know, how many times have I been approached by men in the industry, powerful people in the industry, who ask me this stuff? So now it's like
Opportunists.
asking me to turn into something that personally I'm not. I know some people who've done it. Good on them. They've made the money. I don't judge. You know, it's not something I do. Yeah, you know, but you know, it's
I love
like
how,
campaign,
I
the
love how
campaign, what do you
politically
mean,
correct
man?
Tidgy was being. They're like, quick cocksuck.
they were looking at me like, wait, something's wrong there. Yeah, yeah.
Talk about keeping it real.
Can we
But
do-
it's more than a cocksuck.
talking
though.
about-
No, it's more than that.
No.
So about
Listen, we're gonna be rude about this on this. You said this is what it's gonna be.
Yeah,
You've got to
Getting
so-
rattled.
So in your getting rattled on your fours, mate.
It's a different
No,
story.
Hey, at the start of the show, Paddy said he had bad knees.
My knees ain't going nowhere.
Great.
My knees have never gone
They
nowhere.
are
I'm
great.
joking. But in your career, like, what are the struggles you faced with, like, with having to give up little pieces of yourself to give for money? At the end of the day, we all do this for money, or I don't think
Yeah,
either
or
of you have
what
done
was
it
your
for fame.
first hairy moment? When was the first time
Yeah.
you went into a position or they said, "I'll get into," and you're like, "What? What do you mean?" Or the first time you might have to stick up for yourself, or the first time you might have had to have said, "Hang on a minute,
Like, chill.
okay, no, chill,
Yeah,
bro."
yeah, I've walked out of one job in my life.
I've
Because-
actually been booked on a job and walked out.
Yeah, I walked out. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
No clients' names.
No
What-
clients'
yeah,
names.
no,
No,
we're not getting
Full
anyone in trouble
anonymity. Anonymity? Fuck it, cut that. Full animosity. Gee, is that even the right word? Behave yourself.
Yeah.
Can we get Google that, please?
Yeah. But no, it's basically like, look, I fully think fashion is art. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Sweet. I've got no qualms with that.
Not a problem.
A lot of editorials, you know, they shoot a certain story, as Pat said earlier, like you get booked to shoot a story. I got booked on a job and basically it was very homoerotic and it was a very very well-known
DNA?
photographer, like very well-known photographer. And I got put basically in a pair of tighty whities, which I wear anyway. They're kind of tuck it in nice.
It worked. Hey, let's not lie. The industry's changing some things. Like I would have
yeah.
never
I
worn
never.
tidy whities,
I
and
had
now I'm
baggy
like,
boxers.
it
I'm
works
like,
with a
give
suit.
me-
It works
Yeah,
with chinos.
yeah.
Fuck it, I'm fine,
Big
mate.
tick. But yeah, tighty whities.
Well, you're a boxer man.
Nah,
I've seen.
Boxers
I've
all day,
seen.
every day,
Nah,
boxer
ain't
man.
I'm wearing my boxers like.
I've seen. He's a boxer man.
Look, if they tell me in the fucking shoot before I'm coming there, make sure you
Put
wear
some
something
panties
white
on.
and whatever it is.
White
Like,
and tight.
yeah, cool. But apart from that, no, mate.
Well, I was wearing, so they put me in a pair of tighty whities, and I mean like basically a thong.
Yeah.
A little leather jacket that come to like
What?
here, and then they were like, "These are your shoes," and it was like,
Who was this for? Wait,
Yeah.
is this the shot? No.
It's
that's
not.
not
The
the
shot-
shot.
the shot ain't the
different
shot,
shot. Might as well have been that
Is
one.
it the same shoot? No.
No, a different one.
All right, go
I
on.
actually like that
Bruv,
one.
give me that other sexy shot where I can
But
see his
it was-
nipple a little bit.
But it was a thigh-high pair of leather high-heel boots.
Go on.
And I was like,
I'm listening.
and they were like, the shot is you getting this geezer up by the throat, pin him up against the wall as if you're about to aggressively tongue him.
See, that's tough, man.
And I said, with all due
That's
respect,
tough,
mate,
that's
tough, that's
I'm gonna
Swerve this
Yeah,
one.
could-
That shot.
This is the one. I like this one. No, look
How
at
good
this
is
one.
that though?
Hey, bruv, how old are you
It
here?
happened.
Do you
That's
know what?
after
I'm
it
about
happened.
20
and
years
you're
old.
like,
You're
whoa.
20
All
there.
my life, yeah, 20, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And by the way,
bro.
guys, can we just say this? This is Dominic's perfect look. This is his.
Yeah, I love
he
it.
has this look where he goes.
I
Yeah.
must say,
I've got
later
no-
on,
I've got no
later
qualms with
on,
that.
You're
later
20
on,
there.
we're gonna
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you
Hey,
one
Pat,
thing.
what's this one? Hang on, wait.
Wait,
Pat, what was this one?
Buddy, where's the beach, Paddy? Where's the
come
beach?
across this the other day. I was
what
like,
I was
what
about
the
to
fuck
say.
was that?
I remember this.
Forget what I was about to say.
I remember
This is
speaking
much
about
better.
this. You know, no, this weren't cool either. Man.
What was it, man?
Man, it was editorial, man. They had a whole story going on. And I was going, guys, this is not going to fucking happen.
You obviously swerved the gym for a little minute, so they thought we'll bang a body
Mate,
suit.
you were
in it.
banging in that. It doesn't matter what, bro. You still look
look,
great,
it was
bro.
editorial. Listen. The fact is, that weren't like the one and only picture. There was like 8 or 9 pictures, yeah. And I went to them. All right, we can have this one. All
You
right.
can have that one.
Yeah, because it was fucking ridiculous, wasn't it? Fucking look at the state of it. I had a
Mate,
bodybuilding
it still
fucking
looks
jumper.
good, bro. He's like, I look good
He's
enough for
fuming.
mine.
Listen,
Like, what are you
listen.
talking
I
about?
wish. See, this is the thing. I wish
The
people
cunt's a
would-
weapon. He looks alright and
I
then
wish
if
we
he's
would
doing it, you know
leave
what I
that.
mean?
It's
I
fucking
wish-
absolutely. That's diabolical. That was
I wish the listeners knew Pat, like
I
we know
mean-
Pat,
Yeah,
because he's
yeah.
actually
No, bro.
livid about it, like that bit, like.
I'm
Dom,
not
I
livid,
want you
man.
to
That's
finish-
that's pony. That's very terrible.
I fucking, he still looks great though, right? Cunt's a weapon and he just fucking.
That is the thing, is that you've got one of the most beautiful, distinctive looks.
See,
Yeah.
it's so
Male
funny.
modelling.
Like, he says, mate, please don't, mate.
No, Patty.
I don't think like this, you fucking cunt. Right? I swear to God, no matter when you say this to me and you say this to me,
It don't
whatever,
help, it don't
I
help, it
do
don't
not
help.
think like this.
Yeah.
So that is not happening. All right, that does not work for me. I'm gonna kill someone for that.
This is what I mean.
Listen,
You're
I
trying to tell
remember-
me I ain't wind
I
you up,
remember-
and you're there
Is this
about to
pause now?
strangle the mind.
No, keep talking,
Listen,
brother.
I remember. Listen, one of my worst fucking, one of my worst ones ever. Yeah, I remember fucking going there. Just as at the start of us modelling, this is probably only a fucking year after fucking us, me and you fucking roaming around Paris, right? Probably a year after. I'm getting a bit of money jobs now. I've got a money job for. I'm not going to say the client. They're cunts. Right? I've got this fucking.
Some clients are clients. Let's
Yeah.
just put that
Insert
out
your own
Mate,
brand.
I've
Yeah.
turned up to the
Yeah.
fucking job. I've turned up to the job, right? Next thing now, I've turned up. Done my hair, a little bit sweet. All right, sweet. Hair looks all right.
Is
Hair
this
looks
is this who I know it is?
No, it ain't. Probably not. I don't think.
It's not what we spoke about earlier.
No, it's definitely not. No,
Tintin.
no, not that. No,
No,
that's a
okay.
minor.
Alright.
Mate, this one was fucking
bad?
terrible, bruv. Because my old man got the old of this as well. Right, that's so bad. Mate, I turned up to this job for a brand that was like quite big time but shitty, right? And next thing you know, I've walked into the studio, and they've gone like, all right, mate, I've looked to my fucking right, and the geezer's blowing up fucking balloons of
This geezer, isn't
no,
it?
no, I'm not talking about balloons. He's blowing up fucking animals.
Oh, right.
So I had a crocodile. There was a crocodile getting blown up. There was a lizard getting blown up. There was a fucking, a fucking camel that was getting blown up over there. And I'm going, what's happening?
What's happening?
Mate, I swear to you, listen to how this shoot ended.
Wait, if it was a crocodile,
Mate, listen, I'm pretty sure it could be pulled up, but I don't want it to be pulled up.
pull it up.
Mate,
If you can hear me, pull it up immediately.
Listen,
Search Patrick O'Donnell crocodile.
what happened was, I'm basically on the back end of a blown up crocodile
Right, Google it immediately.
with finger puppets. Finger puppets on my fingers, like this, like this. Yeah, but you didn't ask me, you can't. You asked me.
Reel it up.
And by the way, do you think I've ever fucking gone to look for fun that cunt?
Listen,
Reel
it's
it
like,
up,
we'll
please,
do it. Wait, in
please.
the edit,
Please,
remember
reel it
this.
up.
In the
Finger
edit,
puppets.
we're pulling up
I've got
Patrick
finger
with a
puppets.
crocodile.
I've got finger puppets on
Pat's
my
on an
fingers.
inflatable
I've got them
crocodile.
by my head like this, John. I've got them by my head like this, yeah. And I'm on top of a blown up crocodile, like this. Yeah? Are you fucking sure?
Search, bro.
Search it, please. Search, please.
Listen. I went back after that day. I went back to my old man. And I was like,
Dad, I just
I
don't
don't
know
wanna do this,
anymore.
mate.
I don't know,
Listen,
Dad.
someone got a fucking brochure of it. Yeah, and they brought it
I
to
would
my
have bought a
dad, yeah?
fucking crocodile. I would have bought a blown up crocodile
My best
here
mate,
today.
my best mate Ricky,
if I had known.
Ricky the nutter, Ricky the headbutt. He fucking ended up he got a brochure of it and brought it into my dad. Because I didn't go to the pub every day. But he brought it into the pub because my mate used to drink in the pub every day, and my dad, I used to avoid the pub. But he went in there that day with the brochure and was like, here, Bill, have a look at this. This is your boy. He showed in the fucking picture of me wrestling a crocodile with finger puppets on my fucking thing, on my hands like this. I went back home that night, my dad went,
Pat,
you right, boy?
This
I went, I'm
is-
fucking alright, Dad. I went, Dad, I'm alright, but I had to do this, man.
I
had to do this. I had no fucking do
so
it.
much.
I had no choice.
This is
Right,
straight
so
out. What is
question
the
about
film?
that.
Fucking.
Listen, I had to do it there and
At the
then.
Black Lung pub.
But when you look back on it, you're like, what the fuck was I doing, mate? All the finger. Like now, I'd go to you. Listen, cunt. Fucking fuck.
What's golden though is that a few years later he was actually the crocodile and he had multiple geezers sitting on him.
That was a funny story.
That is
That
a
was
funny story.
Go on, I gotta hear this. Like, you gotta hear this.
Because we had a good little run, like.
So this circles back round to
Yeah.
Shall I tell it?
All right, yeah, I'll
Go
start.
on.
I'll start it. So
Start
listen,
with the flight.
the TG. So we had this job for TG. Obviously, we've done the campaign already in London and all
yeah.
that. It was mad, the shows and
Right,
and then they were
right.
like, we're touring. We're going to tour around sort of the world, but different little spots in the world. Not tour around the fucking world, but they went to
spots,
Texas, Rome, Berlin. And where else they go?
Oh, fuck no.
Right.
Mate.
So
do.
the first stop
That's
was
enough.
Texas.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, so I've got to the airport. I haven't seen Dom yet. We've got on the plane. Blah, blah, blah. We're sitting next to each other. There's like fucking 50 other birds that are sitting around us. But it's just only a couple of us. We have got off our nuts.
And I mean, as in to the
On
point
Johnny
where,
Walker,
like-
Black Label, though, because we thought we'd get him a little bit more fucking involved. We were, let's go Black Label, yeah? That's probably him as well.
As if it's my fault. As if
made
it's
it.
my
Black
fault. But
edition.
when I
Because I
said,
don't know nothing about Black Label or Red Label.
oh, what did I do?
Well, I think so, mate. You fucking did, didn't you? So we're sitting next to each other, mate. We've got off our fucking nuts. on the
Like, as in
plane.
to the point where they
Was it a
both like,
12-hour flight or 11-hour flight?
where they stopped certain enough. So it was
Right,
like,
yeah,
and I-
and I'll pass it to
Right,
Dom.
so
That's
we
annoying,
got
innit?
through to. So we got. Oh mate, we got off the plane and the client was like, right, get through security, otherwise we're going home. And I was like,
Yeah, but I always held it well like that. No matter
Yeah,
how-
yeah,
you
always
know,
fun. This
you know
is
the
where-
crack.
this is where I w-
Yeah, you know the crack.
This
Yeah,
is
come
where
on,
I-
bro. I'll be fucking double nicked. I'll be nicked every fucking week.
So we got to the hotel and the client was like, right, so this is the thing for tomorrow. Like, this is the call sheet. And then Pat and I were like, obviously, fuck that. We've just got to America, golden. Let's go to the pub
alright,
immediately.
alright.
And we were like,
No,
right.
but listen, bear in mind, where we're in Texas, we ain't in fucking Texas.
It wasn't
mate.
pub. We were out.
We're in the fucking outskirts.
Yeah,
We're in the
outskirts.
border of fucking Texas, right? We're in a
I mean,
in a
like,
resort in Texas.
I mean,
But
guns-
we do
guns
know
slinging.
that There's a gaff. There's a
There's a
gaff
boozer down the road.
About 10 minutes down the road if you
I
get a
love how
cab there.
English these guys
Yeah.
are. You know, every time we go away, we're like, Where's the closest?
Yeah.
No,
pub to the
pub,
hotel?
no, honestly.
That's all I want to know. The rest,
Yeah.
man.
I remember
There's a
First
gaff
thing
10
you
minutes
think
down the
of.
road. We went, fuck it, we'll go down there.
I remember
blah,
it so clear though. We were
Boom.
all in the room. And the client was like, right, so this is tomorrow. Where's that? And then Pat and I were looking at each other like, fuck, shut up, innit? Fucking hell, pubs down the road. And me didn't give a fuck about what this guy was saying.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then-
no, the
and
client-
then
the client's fucking
Yeah,
in
this
Scott.
guy like didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
This was
yeah,
travel day, innit?
We
So
were-
you
we
don't
were young.
matter.
Yeah, yeah,
But
leave
travel
me
day,
alone.
travel
We
day,
were
you
young.
don't
See you
really
tomorrow,
know.
mate.
Wait. For
Yeah.
the
We were young,
listeners,
we were
for
young.
the listeners. Please remind them what travel days and all the
Oh,
rest were.
travel day is sort of like, you know.
There ain't it's
Yeah,
nothing.
it's
Nothing
your
to
day.
explain.
You're
Listen,
traveling.
you're
but it's
getting no
your
money
day.
for nothing.
getting-
You're just traveling.
And
you
if
know
you
what I
get
mean?
money, it's peanuts. It's not worth behaving for. It's not worth behaving for.
But me,
and
this
we were
place-
off our fucking.
But
When
by
I
the way,
like,
let's
nuts.
explain this a little bit though. This place we were in Texas, yeah, which was in the middle of nowhere, it was like a fucking, like a 4x4 meter radius of a.
4x4 meter radius.
Mate, no, kilometer, bro. Bro, this place was like, it had like 7 bars. It had like fucking 12
Yeah,
things.
when I say
it
it
was
was
a
like
complex.
backwards America,
It weren't being in
Yeah,
Texas.
it's a complex. It was a
It was a
complex. To be fair
complex.
to me, it was
It
a
had like a
complex.
glass dome over here and all that.
Oh, enough of that. Anyway, enough of that.
No, I'm giving- I'm
Stop
giving-
painting the picture.
Don't bring it back
Bro,
up.
I'm just on it because we went to the pub. Obviously, we walked in, and it's one of
weren't
them
no
like
pub.
you know, it was like a proper backwards American like bar, and it was proper
My
straight.
wife is.
No,
my
hold
wife
on.
is,
You
my
ain't said it.
cousin.
So
innit?
We've got to this complex, and then we've gone. We're going to the
Oh,
bar.
yeah. Oh, I didn't realise
Which
you
is,
rewound
which is
Right.
that far.
You're
yeah,
at the
which is like
complex.
Still at the complex,
somewhere,
apparently.
somewhere. No, it ain't. Brother, you joking? Brother, this one
No,
in the
as in
complex,
the
bro.
story, I didn't realise you were
You're out.
we
Now
went
you're out.
out, bro.
Yeah,
You're out in Texas.
It was
You
the
ain't
only-
got boots
it was
on
the
your.
only place along the road
Getting
of the
turned
dust.
over.
John,
Gary's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo.
John, you
No,
hit the
no,
nail on
dust
the head.
flying
If you
around.
don't
It's the
stop-
only place
You
to
ain't
go.
got something on your
We went to
fucking.
the only local place, yeah, outside of the complex.
Yeah.
Outside of the complex, we went to
Outside
this
of
local
the
place.
safety.
That's where we went.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
that's where
and
you
then-
went. But John, you're bang on the money, mate. If you haven't got cowboy boots on
Or that or
and you ain't got the
something.
little
Yeah,
tassel,
real talk, that was
and you ain't
real
got the gun,
fucking-
That's true.
Bruv, I never thought it was real.
You're
It's
outsiders,
straight out of a film.
mate.
We walked in, bruv, the whole bar stopped and looked at these two. I was probably in my stupid little tracksuit, Pat's
Yeah,
obviously
Air
dressed in a
Maxes
nice
and shit.
Air Max, JD bag over the shoulder, all that jazz. And then we walked in and we were like, no, we need to U-turn immediately. It was not safe.
Pat ain't
I'm
you
like,
turning.
nah.
Pat ain't you turning. No, I know Pat.
But then-
He ain't you turning for no one, bro.
Pat saw the bar.
Yeah, you turn
Pat was
no
like,
one.
I'm like, this is wicked. I'm like, this is wicked.
This is golden.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, maybe not.
No, but
Bro, I
honestly,
didn't even see
Teach,
him, but I'll
Teach,
tell you
it
what,
was
bro.
honestly that, bro. And we spent, and then the bird came over. She was like, all right, how you doing, you two? Do you want a table? We were like, well, yeah, like, sit us away from
Everyone
else.
else.
Innit? Like,
How's the
so,
food?
I couldn't tell you. Mate. As if we ate, innit?
He was
As if we
shitting
ate.
himself.
As
Sitting there
if,
shitting
as
himself.
if we ate. No, but I swear to God, yeah. So we were there probably for like another 6-7 hours, ran up.
Is that how long it was?
Yeah, he ain't got a Scooby because ran up this massive bill and they were like, oh no, you can't pay by card, like tap. This is a long time ago, weren't a thing. And there was a cash bar in the thing. So I was like, Pat, stay fucking here. Do not move or
So,
breathe.
listen, by the way, this is apparent,
No,
yeah? This is apparently.
No. This
I will
is.
hold this on the-
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
real.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is
Yeah.
no. There's no allegedly about
Allegedly.
it. This is so factual. I said, Pat,
Allegedly.
I was like, Pat, just don't move
Don't
in
move.
it. Don't
I'll go
breathe.
get
I'm gonna
money.
go and get the
I'm
cash
coming
out.
back.
We're gonna
We'll
settle
sort
this out. I went and got cash, which was round the corner, and I heard a table flip. And I was like, no, that can't. I've been gone for 38 seconds. It can't be Pat, yeah. Next thing I know, I come back around the corner. Pat's getting carried out of this bar, yeah. I was like, that's my pal. Put him down.
brother.
He gets put on the floor outside the bar as if he was a fucking crocodile that he was just chatting about. There was a geezer sat on his legs and a geezer sat on his back holding his head. Like holding, I was like, let him go. You're gonna kill him. You're gonna kill him. You're actually gonna kill him, bruv. The geezer was
No,
going
man,
blue.
fuck that.
I was like, what? And they were like, get him out of here before we call the police.
Come on.
I was like, Pat, you're right. He was like, bruv, I'm sweet.
I'm
I was like,
sweet,
"Yo,
I'm golden. I love this.
He's like,
I love it.
He's like, double whiskey on the rocks. And I was like, Pat, honestly, I was actually terrified because this is gun town.
He's loving it.
This is gun town.
He's like, Dom, the trip started. The trip started, mate. It's on.
Finally, mate, we're on it, mate.
I said to the bloke, I was like, what's going on? Pat, the geezer was like, oh. He was like, he headbutted the geezer at the bar for no reason.
No.
Pat apparently
No,
walked up to the bar, had
No, I'm
some
at
sort
the
of
bouncer.
altercation.
You said last time I spoke to you, I nutted the bouncer.
Well, you nutted someone. Pat's just
got nutted.
Pat's out of nowhere just gone
Someone got
wallop.
nutted.
Boss.
I mean, I didn't
And then
nut.
Pat
No,
got-
I hope I didn't nut anyone.
And by the way, you're both working in the morning.
Yeah. 6
Right.
a.m. call time, with all due respect. Pat's then got clapped in the back of the head. got absolutely walloped in the back of the head.
Nutted someone.
Yeah, you nutted someone and then got walloped. And then to be
Yeah.
fair, we're in
You told me the whole time I'd nutted the bouncer before. That made it sound more
Well, you've
cool
nutted.
for me.
You nutted.
No, I'm nutted someone at the bar. I'm never
No.
nutting young geezer at the bar.
But
I
what's-
must have nutted the
but
bouncer.
what's mad,
That's the only
yeah?
way it could have fucking happened.
What's mad?
By the way,
you
it's
went
something I
from-
would never, what I wouldn't be.
John, you've seen it. John, you've seen it. You know what?
Yeah, I know Pat. I know Pat.
Yeah, exactly. The iron bar comes out.
He done something naughty.
Yeah,
Did
naughty.
something right.
But I've thought I've been gone 38
On the
seconds.
back end of the cuff.
Surely that table flip ain't Pat. It can't. Numerically, time-wise, it can't. He can't have gone from being sat there to flipping tables. But
That quickly,
I was
bro.
immediately incorrect, and I've just seen. Pat
No, but you know
getting-
what I remember? Him saying, he goes, I walked around the corner and there was like 2 bouncers and you on top of you and you were like a crocodile. And I was like wiggling.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
I
wiggling
was
around.
wiggling like a
Yeah, it was
crocodile.
mad. Yeah.
And I took it on me.
Honestly, that. And I was like, Pat, you
Mate,
say-
I have that.
I can't. I'll
And
never
listen,
forget it.
I'm not that. I've never been that man. I've never come away from a situation like this. It may have happened. It probably did happen.
It's
I
not
don't know.
debatable, mate.
No,
I'm
but
telling you
then the question
categorically.
It's like he went
So
Instagram then.
in this industry, obviously, we
go
go
quickly. Carry on.
out. Yeah, we go out. We have crazy nights, right? Like because we're given a bunch of money. We're traveling around the world, and it's like I might as well make the most of it. Do you remember per diems? When
Yeah,
they're
so
like,
exactly
"Hey,
that. Yeah,
we
yeah,
paid
yeah.
for everything. Here's an extra $250."
Yeah. And
I'm
then
gonna go have a drink.
Exactly.
Like I'm
That's,
English.
so that.
You
So
know?
you want to talk about? We'll wait till John comes back. 'Cause
So-
we'll touch on the mental health.
I listen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
John's done that. Let me go piss quick.
Yeah,
as well,
you
'cause
go,
I'm-
you go. I'll
Right,
speak
so-
to them. So how have you ever dealt with the situations? You know, because you always show up every morning. You end
So-
up by showing up every morning. You have to go to work, you know,
Yeah,
because
you
you're
got a
behind
choice.
the camera at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If you miss that day, that's a lot of money lost. But how do you deal with that circumference? Because you were like me, a bachelor at those times, going nuts. So let's talk about already. We're gonna say, as he said, he's an engaged man. When's your wedding?
I'm married, bro.
You're married?
I'm
When was
married.
your wedding?
He's still fuming it. I got married last year. I've been married a
Oh, it
year.
was last year.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go,
yeah,
little
yeah,
prick.
yeah.
Didn't invite any of us to his marriage. He knew how it turned out. He's like, no,
Yeah,
no,
bro,
in-laws,
bro,
we're good.
Bro,
All my
listen to
friends
these
are good.
stories. Are you surprised I didn't invite certain people to my wedding?
It's good.
Now.
So how has being bachelor in your job to now being married? Hopefully your name's Nut, mate. You should be having a kid soon, mate.
No,
so
I'm trying. Trust me, we be trying, baby.
what's up with the name, mate?
No, yeah, exactly. I wish it was that easy. Nut, bust a nut, call it a
Boom,
day.
we're
Away
done.
we go, innit?
But how's life changed for you since those days where you were single to now being married?
You know what I will say, and this is very different to I think anyone that's been through it. That I started modelling at 19. I was in a relationship until I was like 22, 23, and then I was single for like a year.
Hold on, how was that? Because I know I was in a relationship when I started modeling.
To be fair, that was
get thrown all this money, all this travel.
so. This
you know.
is yeah. So that
was a
relationship
cheat. I cheated,
merged
motherfucker.
with me being Pounce of Pat and
Okay.
doing all these trips and travels. Like I can hold my hand up and say that I've never cheated. I've never look. People do what they need to do when they need to do it. I've got no qualms of any of that. But I was very much in the belief that if I want to be single, I'll be single. If I'm with someone, I'm with someone.
Okay.
But you know, I've got I don't judge people for whatever they might do. But you're right. Like we were certainly in an industry where women and men become very accessible, should we say? But that's not
No,
trying to say it's all on me. It's definitely a two-way street.
It's
Like,
but
I'm not
come on,
for
man.
one
You've been to
second.
clubs and restaurants which you would have never dreamed of growing up. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know. I
ca-
would
no,
have
no,
never
no,
dreamed up
correct,
with
correct.
gorgeous women
Yeah,
all
correct.
around you, like. And if you're into that, there's gorgeous men as well.
Yeah,
I don't
whatever
know
it
for
might
that.
be.
But you know, there's whatever you want, which is on a silver platter.
I'd say the one thing that I do have is gratitude towards my brother, my older brother, because he never for a second allowed my success to become who I was.
How so? What did he do? Did he?
But
keep
again,
terrorizing you, what?
but clip on a year. Like I could have shot the fucking Armani fragrance, and my brother would have gone, behave yourself, like as if that makes you who you are. Yeah, no, but do you know what I mean? And in the best way possible, no matter how successful work was going, I was always very aware that that's, you know, my life, my people. It never changed my attitude. Yeah, and I'm
it's
so.
always grounded anyways.
But some people didn't have that, and I've seen it. I'm not going to name names, but I've met people in this industry, and I've seen it change.
You've seen
and then
disappearance.
But I've never. I don't. Maybe acting is probably quite similar, but this industry draws you in, gives you the red carpet, and then as soon as it's done with you, bruv. As if you ever mattered. Terrar, innit?
Never there, mate.
Bruv, you were never there because... Yeah, exactly. Honestly. Man, shut up. Honestly, and I mean that so genuinely. You could be hot yesterday and then the next day, no one gives a fuck.
How did that rejection fuel you? Because you know you go through periods where you work a lot and be quiet, you know, where you feel like you're rejected in a way because you're like, oh, it's all over.
Yeah.
And then you go back into series where it hits you back in. How did you deal with that psychological impact?
So dealing with rejection personally was, I wasn't necessarily aware of the industry. I didn't understand quite how cutthroat it was. And if you don't, the problem in this industry is with rejection also often comes with, and as you all know, you'll be told by your agent, you're an option for this job. It could be life-changing money. Like it could,
you've already spent.
So
it.
Wait. On that, quickly, just per emphasis, yeah. So we've all been there, yeah.
Tell them about the. Sorry, Teach. Sorry,
No,
Teach.
go,
Because
go,
I know
go.
I know you're the fucking man. But this is a very, very
You
important
trying
thing.
to make me blush?
No.
An Irish man trying to make a black man blush. That is a rare scene, people. That is a rare scene.
The French moved in there, man. Go there, can never blush. Well, Teach. Listen, this is what. No, the only reason I said that there because I just spoke to Dom when I met him earlier on today. We haven't seen each other for a while, and he's telling me, "Listen, this is real shit, right? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the job that you just spoke about to me.
I mean,
that you said that was just came up not long ago, and it's between you and someone else, right? And whilst you have not been working for a long time,
they're the ones that hurt when it's just, you know, it's
two of you, and it's like,
And then,
well, it's like it could be life changing. Like with all due respect. Well, yeah. So with modelling, like as you all know, but as the listeners might not know, you could have a dead quiet few months, and you could have one job come in, change your whole year life.
It could be a perfume campaign, which you might be talking about now. It'd be a perfume campaign you're option for, and then you whittle it down. Your agent will be like, listen, it's the last 3, it's the last 4, it's the last 2. And then
and guys, you know what? Well, sorry, Dom.
No, talk
Dom,
over.
listen, you know, like basically, I've never been that guy that's ever had them jobs, right? Dom. So this is where it comes funny. Dom has had these jobs come in for him, right? So throughout,
I appreciate it.
Throughout our careers, right? I've been doing these jobs, and then coming to a few jobs and starting to do well, and whatever. And I'm working for this brand, and then Dom's always done well, and he's always done fucking great, right? But then there's been a little bit of a pause.
There's a caliber of model.
Yeah,
and I'm not these guys. Let's put it that way.
There's been like. Dom's been doing all the fucking. He was the one that's going out for the L'Oreal, the one that all for the fucking.
Always campaigns,
perfumes,
all the perfumes,
aftershaves, all that.
And he's had for our whole career, for our whole 10 years that I've known Dom. I was doing all these jobs everywhere, left, right, and centre, and Dom was doing 1 or 2 fucking L'Oreal jobs,
big
and
ones,
getting bigger money and better money than I ever had.
On that question, on that question,
no.
On that question,
and the one we were talking about last week, you were about to get one.
Just gonna let Tidgy try and
you've got.
No.
So it's to do with what Paddy said.
I know where you're going.
No.
Talk about that one.
So it's exactly for Paddy.
So talk about that one then.
So
because that shows really exactly what it is.
No, I will.
So it's to go from there, because now you're going to talk about a job that you almost got or that you did get, yeah? So either or, what are those feelings and sentiments? Because it's out of your hands in a way, but you feel like it's in your hands, right? You feel like I was rejected because of something I did, even though you never, you didn't meet the client, or you went to do the interviews and you're like, what could I have done better? And what emotional impact that has to you, because not only you know, you lost on that amount of money because you know the amount of money that you're losing on,
Yeah.
knowing that you were in the last 2 or the last 3, you know, and it's like I've been in the last 2, the last twice, or the last 3 times or whatever. Like, what the fuck have I done wrong? You know what I mean?
Well,
or
like,
do you think is the Asian inflating? You
What,
know,
the whole situation?
What the situation is. Which one do you think, and then how does it affect you directly as a person? You know?
I don't want to speak for all of us, but I can.
No,
I
for
think
you.
I think I can. Well, for me personally, like throughout my whole career, and I reckon all of us will agree,
We've all touched
there are
on
certain agents that will blow smoke up your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like categorically, and
just get smoked.
Get out there, mate. You're
Yeah.
there. You're the best.
that's it. You're gonna do X, Y, Z, and then you leave and you're like Billy Big Bollocks, and then you don't hear from them for a month, and it's like, well, fucking hell, that interview went well, wasn't it? Like, Jesus Christ.
I had a casting fee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't get it, but next time. Then it's like, oh
Shave your
yeah.
hair off,
Yeah,
shave
yeah,
your hair
yeah,
off.
yeah.
You're gonna be hot.
Don't touch
Shave your
me.
hair off, you're gonna be
Fuck
hot.
me, yeah, we've all
And
been
he's
there.
like, what?
Change
You
your
told me
look,
to shave
innit?
my hair off?
Yeah, bro, it's mad. So it's like I'm about to be 35. You know, we're all of that age where I'd like to think that I'm in control of my life, but am I fuck?
No, not in this
Like
industry.
if a client called up and said tomorrow, oh, we need you to shave your head for this job.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
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 But how does that
how
make
you
you
saying? That
feel
was-
as a person? You know, like, so most people don't understand this as a model. Like, they're like, oh, you get freedom, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But you as a model, like, you're at the mercy of your agent, right?
It's the most
And you're
restricted freedom you will ever feel in your
always,
life.
Like,
Absolutely,
I've missed
absolutely.
funerals, I've missed weddings.
Bro, that's
like, I've
the-
been,
Yeah, you
I've
miss
heard
everything.
people.
You
Weddings
miss
was the
everyone,
first
I
thing
had
on my
people
on
die,
my
yeah.
you miss
like,
everything.
People
Weddings
get
was the
told I
first
was
thing on my
dying,
list.
and it's like, I've got to show up to work, like, it's like, fuck it. Because the agents don't give a shit.
Yeah, but
you know?
and no one cares. And the thing is, if you don't do the job, someone else will shoot it, and then it's like,
Absolutely,
well,
yeah.
he done a good job, so we'll just keep
And then you
using
get
it.
rid- So how does that affect you mentally in the aspect of, you know, I've had jobs which I've lost over you know, I mean 1 or 2 people for this fragrance or whatever. The jobs that I did get, you know, how does that make
Yeah, because you take it
to
personally,
feel?
right?
You take
Because
it
obviously you
personally.
have that
all
first.
this is like you. were
What
saying.
you have is normally that first week of excitement. You're on option. Listen,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
option.
yeah.
These are the last 2. So now you're excited. You think I'm gonna get this.
Bro,
And this is the
options don't
money.
even exist
No,
anymore.
but like
They
in
don't
terms of
exist.
like
I
with
don't-
the
I don't think
fragrances,
about
I think like what you've had this week
Yeah.
or whatever, you have that excitement. I'm gonna go and do this fragrance. I'm gonna do it, and then options off. Sorry, Dom.
I think when you lose a job of a certain grandeur,
Hmm.
well, for lack of a better word,
word.
purely because they can change your life. Like sometimes you are an option, as we spoke on about earlier, £100,000. That gets ripped out of your palms. Next thing you know, you're doing unrec econ for £400, and that's honestly what it is.
That's the honesty
It's
of
like,
the industry, bro.
but love, that could have fucking.
could've bought a house.
Yeah, I could have got the fuck out of this shithole.
Yeah.
And it mate, but if you let it linger, then it will hurt.
Can hurt.
But all
You
you got
have
to
to
do is
move on
it was
quickly as a
never
model.
yours in the first place.
Yeah.
So,
So-
you've sorry, go.
On
No,
that-
that's a
on
nice
that-
way to think about it. It's never yours in the
It's
first
never yours
place.
in the first place.
Even though we like to think it's ours because
Because you're
our
part of
egos
that.
are fucking part of it. When we're in
Yeah.
it, they like you.
Yeah.
It wasn't yours in the first place. That's why I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, but you know what though? Going off that,
Mm.
it's like it was never yours in the first place, but it fucking is though, mate.
Complete opposite,
That's the
innit?
thing, innit?
No,
Can you
no,
give me
but
his
what-
phone
like
number,
Paddy,
please?
innit?
His
It's like,
house
man,
number. I'm gonna phone him.
It's what they're fucking using you to fucking sell their brand for. So
Absolutely.
It's
So
like,
it's a
not
dig.
yours in the
It's a
first
dig.
place, but I tell you
Yeah,
what,
but
it's fucking half mine in the first.
of course,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
because-
for my own
Yeah, but
mental
how do you
health,
feel-
I
How do
need.
you feel like, so, you know, you've had jobs where you feel like you deserve the job, you've done everything. So there's some jobs where you've gone from e-com to lookbook to, you know, you feel like you should be getting that campaign, or you've done the campaign and then now you're on the option for the fragrance and you're like, I've done all this loyalty for you guys. I've rejected other jobs which are your competition for this job. John.
I like how
But
you done
then
that.
But
Who
then-
are we asking here? Like,
then you know there's facts where you feel hurt because you're like, I've sacrificed so much for you guys that you're not giving me this job.
Can I just
Like,
touch on
what
one
did I
thing
do
there?
wrong?
Can I just touch on one thing there? the fashion industry is fucking brutal.
Yeah, it's no loyalty.
Bruv,
There,
there's
no.
if a brand,
it's rare.
yeah,
It's very
I'm
rare.
sorry, like
Yeah,
this
they
whole
don't give a
like
fuck.
as a model, you can give them everything. As a client, they might wake up the
care.
next morning and be like, "Who the fuck
it's
are you?
rating.
Toodle
Yeah, we
pips,
just
innit?"
know.
No, we know it.
So
Yeah,
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 but
no,
youngsters
no,
don't.
How does
No, they
that
don't,
make
they
you
don't,
feel?
yeah.
The youngsters don't know this, but we've been in the game for a long time.
Yeah, but the
right?
youngsters are
How-
thinking
how-
they're getting
They
in, bro.
think it's easy. Bro, they're like, bro, I'm signed with an
You're
agency.
like, you ain't getting in, brother.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe you're gonna shoot that fucking heart, that cool one. Maybe one of you.
Maybe
He's
one
gonna
day.
shoot that one of you. He's gonna shoot one. Bro, I feel like we've been, brother.
But-
Me,
but-
you.
But the thing, what you're saying as well, Pat, it shows in what the rates are now in the UK. Bro, there's no like. It's like if the clients can give someone cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, they will fucking do it. And of course.
But the industry,
like,
the industry
it's
folds, though,
just-
bro. The industry folds. It's like, how far down the line can they go, right? Listen, there's only as far as they can go. They're going as far down to us now, not saying anything about it.
Yeah.
Like we are like the bottom of it, bro.
That's because we
If
don't have the
if they
union
go
and stuff
over
like
us,
that, but that's a
they're gonna
different
get
story.
influencers that they're never ever gonna be able to shoot their stuff.
No,
Like, it's gonna be
no.
terrible.
Who are
Like,
you
we're as
shooting?
far down the line
Who
as
are
we
we
can go.
shooting?